You know, that's the thing about our band. They are always ready to go. We just love them. All right. They're fabulous. All right, 3 things for you. I'm going to tell you about Joe Turner's Come and Gone. I'm going to tell you about Mary Stewart. I'm going to tell you about Kuza. All right. Let's start in that order. Let's start with Joe Turner's Come and Gone. I don't know how much of a fan you are of August Wilson. I basically am. I like August Wilson. But I think I think he's probably the most ambitious American playwright that has ever lived. I think he died about a year ago. But the point being that he decided he was going to document the African American experience for every decade of the 20th century, and he has. This was Joe Turner's Come and Gone. It's set in 1911 in Pittsburgh, which all but one of his plays are set in Pittsburgh. And as far as I'm concerned, this is probably one of the 2 most accessible ones, and which is kind of strange. The idea is that we have a boarding house with an itinerant peddler that comes and goes. We have kind of a mysterious stranger with a daughter, and all sorts of things that go on. But I still liked it a lot. Part of it is I like the cast. Ernie Hudson plays Seth, and he's a charming presence on stage. LaTanya Richardson Jackson is his wife, and she's wonderful as well. And Arliss Howard, when's the last time we saw Arliss Howard in anything? He's wonderful, plays the peddler. I really like this a lot. It's a little long. It's just under 3 hours. But if you like August Wilson, you'll love this. Even if you don't like August Wilson, it's an interesting play, and it's exceptionally well done. Mary Stewart, if you love English history, and who among us does not, the story of Mary Queen of Scots and Elizabeth I, they were cousins, and what happened in basically the end of the 16th century, 1587 to be exact, was that England had been Protestant, that France was mounting revolution, that Mary Stuart basically fled Scotland and felt that she had a better claim to the English throne than Elizabeth, yada yada. The first act of this, if you don't know much English history, may be interesting. If you do, I found it not very interesting. However, the second act will blow your socks off. Janet McTeer, who plays Mary, and Harriet Walter, who plays Elizabeth, are fabulous. You really have a sense of 2 powerful women. And they did something very interesting in this, which has been very controversial and I thought worked remarkably well, which is the 2 women are in dress of the period. The men, and most of the cast are men, are in business suits. And for some people that was jarring. I thought it made the point that these were women who were really alone, that the idea of powerful women running the world or running their countries was really remarkable and unusual and made them feel like fishes out of water. The second act is fabulous. First act, don't leave at the intermission is what I'm telling you, because Mary Stewart is really worth the second act. All right, let's get quickly to the circus. Cirque du Soleil, one of my favorite experiences. Kuza tells the story, supposedly, of the innocent, a melancholy loner in search of his place in the world. That isn't why you go to Cirque du Soleil. You go to Cirque du Soleil for the fabulous acts. I got to tell you, let me be honest about the Cirque. I've seen, I think, I've not seen the ones in Las Vegas. I've not seen and I've not seen Mr. L something. I've not seen the ones in Las Vegas, but I've seen all. It's what did it say again? Yeah, there's the Beatles, but there's also another one that starts with an M. There are 3 of them in Las Vegas. It's like Mystere is what it's called. Mystere, I got it. But I've seen all of them. So the first time you see one, you think, wow, I didn't know the human body could do that. But by the time you've seen 8 or 9 of them, it's not that it's ho-hum, it's that it fails to just amaze you. However, I thought the Wheel of Death was wonderful. There are a couple of accidents that I think are wonderful. If you've never seen the Cirque du Soleil, it's wonderful. It's very expensive. The tickets start at they're $125. They don't start that way, but that's what an adult ticket is. So if you're expecting Lions and Tigers, you may want to hit Barnum and Bailey instead, which is usually around about the same time. Just a preview of a coming event. If you love tango, which many of us do, Spotlight on Tango, Friday, June 5th at City Center. Go to, let's see what you can go to. There is, just write it on your calendar. I don't think I actually have a website here. It's called Spotlight on Tango. Alrighty? Town Hall on June 5th. Looking forward to it. Alright? Any other information will be at drjoyreviews.com. You can always check it out, and we'll have copies of the reviews as well. 800-544-7070. I'm Dr. Joy Browne.